B. Charles, who was an elder testifying in Bill Bradley's committee back in D.C. I said, "Are you scared?" And she said, "No, I've waited my whole life for this. I know. I was there. I saw them." And she's describing these big fish.
The Elwha, right off the bat, became a very, very important river. And it's a very sad thing that it's dying. The dams have choked it off. It's kind of on its last legs.
We've realized that we've degraded a lot of these watersheds. We've degraded a lot of animal populations just from our being. In order to see that recovery, sometimes you have to do really large-scale actions like remove dams. So I think it's important just to see, one is whether or not systems can recover. If we have systems that are functioning, that benefits humans. You know, we want to be good stewards of the environment, and one way to be a good steward is to let systems function properly themselves.
The dam is gone from wild steelhead, got past this site, and they ended up connecting with some other wild steelhead that were transported upstream and successfully spawned. And so that's the first natural passage of this site in 100 years. And that was the goal.
Restore our great Elwha River so that our salmon will swim into our rivers and be plentiful once again.
The Segura River is in southeastern Spain. It has the lowest average yearly rainfall in continental Europe, but the socio-economic system is based on irrigated agriculture, so water is very precious. In the past century, the Segura suffered from the dumping of urban wastewater and water scarcity. The river was like an open sewer. Action was required to reclaim the water, to produce extra resources for irrigation, and to restore the riverine ecosystem. An agreement between authorities created a new legal framework with an integrated water resources management plan. The polluter pays principle made it economically sustainable, and a strong engineering program did the rest. The project built 46 large state-of-the-art water treatment plants, co-funded by the EU. Soon the quality of water improved. Since 2010, pollution is undetectable. 90% of reclaimed water is reused for irrigation, and it also created 2 artificial wetlands recently included on the Ramsar Convention list. Specific projects are currently ongoing to enhance the recovery of the flora and fauna linked to the area. Reclaimed water brought life back to the Segura. People enjoy their river again. A happy smile is well worth the hard work done.
Our water defined our region's history, and it will certainly define our future. Western New York State is an eastern gateway to the Great Lakes Basin, the world's largest freshwater system, and it shares a nearly 40-mile international boundary with Canada along the Niagara River. Western New York also forms a land bridge between Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, and is home to one of the most recognizable water features in the world, Niagara Falls. Our Great Lakes geography, cheap hydropower, extensive rail network, and numerous ports encouraged a century of growth of the chemical industry and manufacturing, which unfortunately gave us a toxic legacy that we are still dealing with today. Our region's future was bleak, and we had every reason to fail. But the strength and energy of the community has been the catalyst to this remarkable economic and environmental recovery of our region.
With 84% of North America's fresh surface water flowing through our region, our impaired waterways have become priorities for restoration, protection, and stewardship. Buffalo Niagara Riverkeeper is helping guide the transformation from a historical Rust Belt region to one that values and maintains the integrity of its freshwater systems as a major component of regional economic revitalization. Over time, we have learned that civic engagement leads the way to watershed restoration. When you can get people demanding access to their waterways, like coming out to public meetings, filing public comments, using social media, and generating news stories, you start to shift thinking about how we use and protect water. Elected officials, developers, and other decision makers are going to respond to what the people demand, Clean water is not just an environmentalist issue anymore, it is seen as the lifeblood of our entire community. Our water story in the Buffalo-Niagara region is still being written, and we can't wait to see what this community can do next.